Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Monday night slash Tuesday morning Zoom edition, depending on where in the world you are. I've got my carbon background up. I've got my Blowfin link in the chat, and that'll be on the pin. And then both will be in the pinned comment if you're watching this on the recording. But for our live presentation, Bitcoin's doing really well, broken 75K. It seems to finally be that safe haven in troubled economic times. Well, we'll see how long that lasts. We've opined before that Bitcoin should be the place where funds go and when markets are chaotic, but it hasn't always held up. Actually, it hasn't even most of the time held up. So we'll see if it does this time. Let's go to the charts. And we are on the Bitcoin day chart. It's over 75.5, multiple green candles on the day chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the ninth one forming today. So very good news for Bitcoin. Broke the 20 EMA, 50 EMA, heading towards the 200, but that's at 87, almost 88,000. So could be a while before we make it up there. But looking really good. I was talking to Paul earlier, and in our time zone and in Asia, Monday and Tuesday seem to be really good days lately for the crypto market. That does tend to dip later in the week, but Monday and Tuesday are pretty good. It's Tuesday here, so see how long that lasts. See on Ethereum on the day chart, similar trend, 8 or 9 days in a row, green candles on the day charts, broken the 20 and the 50 EMAs on the way up. The 200 EMA sitting at 2,800. Again, could be a while before we get there, but overall looking good. I didn't really see anything specifically in the news about economics other than what I just said. Bitcoin is holding up really well. So let's go to our charts and see what we can do, how we can trade this and make some profits. Okay, so crypto bubbles is up. Very green day. Nearly all the bubbles are green. A few red ones, but not many. Got the day sort. So up here, Zcash is at the top at 20%. That's a coin I've been trading. XRP as well, 9%. So let's check those out. I had Solana up as well. Okay. Hovering slightly above the 80 on the RTI. Let's go over my day trading layout here. Supply and demand visible range by Lux Algo for support and resistance. Support the green zone, resistance the red. 15-minute chart. RTI relative trend index for uh, for entries and alerts. Cumulative delta for occasional confirmation. But I set my alerts on the RTI. My favorite is, let's see if we have one. Yeah, like this. When it dips below the 20 and breaks back up, that's my favorite entry. And that happened here. Dipped a little, then took off. And yeah, well over 10% in a little over a day. So good day trade entry there. At the moment, we're above the 80. So, excuse me. I'll set an alert to dip below the 80, and could be a short indication. Then, like I showed you a moment ago, if it breaks below the 20 and comes back up, dip and retrace, that can be a long. So, TradingView has messed around with their alerts again. So let's see if I can remember how to do this. Yeah, RTI, entering a channel, 80 on top, 20 on the bottom, and message, crypto bubbles. I usually use my information source for my messages. Click apply, and then notification sounds, notify an app on my smartphone, toast notification pop up here on my laptop, play a sound also on my laptop. There's a few to choose from. Click apply and then create. Got my rectangle here, showing up the dotted lines, and there it is, my alert on my list. So that's my Zcash alert. I'll consider it a short if it dips. All right, and oh, let's go look at our swing trade layout. So on the swing trade, same I'm on the 1 hour chart, same alerts for supply and for support and resistance, and then using SuperTrend for alerts and entries, and Trendilo LSMA, this moving average indicator, for confirmation. At the moment, the indicators are on board. Got a buy signal on SuperTrend. LSMA is pointing almost straight up, but we're at resistance, so that is not a good place to be for an entry. On the 4 hour chart, yeah, it looks similar. 8 hours. So a little more room on the 8 hour chart. 37%, 47 days, not bad. So this is essentially a go on the 8 hour chart if you trade like that. We're coming out of support. Got a buy signal on the super trend. Trendilo LSMA is pointing up. So what is Bitcoin doing on the 8 hour chart? Also trending up. So not financial advice, but you might want to take that one. I don't like trades that long, so I think I'm going to pass, but yeah. All right. Back to the 15-minute and the day trade. Let's look for another one. Pepe Polkadot. Let's look at XRP. I was looking at that one earlier, but I didn't set an alert on it yet. So that one's trending up pretty well. The last time it dipped below the 20, yeah, it made a big move. It dipped back below the 80, kind of a fake out there. So keep that in mind. Set the alert though. Entering a channel, 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. Message, crypto bubbles. And yeah, the alert's the same. And there we go. 2 alerts set so far. And there's a lot more to choose from on crypto bubbles if you want to spend some more time on it. Okay, let's move on to CoinGecko. And sort again by the 24-hour column. That haven't looked at that in a while. Let's check that one out. Coinbase, okay. Also on Blowfin. Blowfin is a sponsor of the show. If you're in a forbidden area as far as trading leverage, you can use Blowfin. No KYC, no VPN necessary, and yeah, my link is in the pinned comment, and if you're on live, it's in the chat. So we both benefit from that. Okay, on FET, we just dipped below the 80, but didn't really plunge down, kind of hanging around there. So yeah, I'll trade this on Blowfin. So if it breaks back above 80 and then dips again, could be a short for me. Also, if it dips all the way down to 20 and comes back up, could be a long. And we will coingecko.com for a name and click create. If you don't change your sound, it'll keep the prior sound. So that's why I didn't do that. And that is ready. So that's when I'll trade on Blowfin if it comes up. Okay. And let's look at the swing trade option. Yeah, I think they're all going to look like this. Buy signal on SuperTrend, Trendilo almost straight up. So really right at or really close to support. 7% in 8 hours. That's really good day trade on the swing trade chart. You seem to be at a recent high on the day chart. There's room. 91%, 130 days. I don't want to wait that long. So could be a day trade. Don't really like it as a swing. All right, so that's FET. And Altcoin. Haven't looked at that one in a while. That one's on my list, I believe. Yeah, there we go. So it just dipped below the 80. So you might want to check that one out if you want to do a short. I think I'm going to try something a little different with this. Add an alert on the RTI. I'm going to cross over RTI cross over the 50. So I'm going to try to catch some of these coins that have been pumping. They dip a little bit and then they break back up again. So if this one dips below the 50 and breaks back up, then I consider that as a long, kind of like what happened here, where did a little fake out, back up, and then took off. That entry would have been right about here. And as I've said many times, I'm only looking for a 1.5% move on the charts at 10x leverage. So it's 15% for me. I like to do a couple loads a day, and that moves my balance. So balance has moved up pretty well in the last 6 months or so. So, all right. And should be there on my alerts. Yep. Cross over the 50. That's Filecoin. Okay, if there's any coins you want me to look at, let me know. That's CoinGecko. We'll look at, let's see, CoinMarketCap, community sentiment. What do those people like? They like pudgy penguins, looks like, on the bullish side. AVAX, okay. Ethereum, Pepe, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Don't usually day trade those, but let's look at AVAX. Yeah, well above the 80 on the RTI. And right at resistance, dipping a little bit there at the top. So add an alert. I got my 80-20 there. It's on my alerts list. So I'm good to go on AVAX. Let's look at this as a swing. Yeah. Yeah, they all look the same, which kind of muddles up my presentation. Got a buy signal here. I did take a sell signal on the hour chart with this dip, and then a buy signal again. Now we're at resistance. So yeah, 4 hour looks the same. 8 hour, 8 hour looks has more room to retrace. Yeah, 19%, 53 days. I like 1% a day on my swing trades. So, and usually in about 30 days or less. But as you can tell, I'm more of a short-term kind of guy. But I know a lot of people who watch this like to trade longer swing trades. So that's profitable on AVAX, but you're going to be in it for a while and making way less than 1% a day if it duplicates the prior price pattern. Prior price pattern. That's hard to say. All right. Maybe the day would be better. Yeah, we got a buy signal on the day. That's at support, so that technically looks good. And 193%, 166 days, that's more than 1% a day. So if you want a long-term swing trade, 2/3 of the year, this one could be good for you. So, all right. Enough of that. Let's see what we have. What else we have here? Let's go bearish. Look for a short. Trump. Trump's been on the bearish side of this for a while. Okay. ICP, I like to short. Let's look at Trump. It's on a lot of exchanges. There we go. Okay. Well, this is the first setup I've seen that's dipping below the 20. Yeah, it just did dip below the 20, but hasn't come back yet. So, we had kind of a fake out the last time that happened. It dipped down here, came up, and dipped again. Yeah, still made 1.5%, so I'm gonna go ahead and put an alert on this one. Entering a channel, 80-20. Let's see, I think we got a chat. Robin's stuck in GRT, pump, and uni. All right. We'll look at those next. Since he's been in for a long time, look at him as just swing trades. And then Trump as a swing trade is on the sell. I don't usually take short swing trades, but 24% in 2 days, that's a great swing trade. So it was a good short swing trade. Otherwise, you might want to set an alert on the SuperTrend for a long, for a buy condition, and then you probably do that on one of these longer time frames. %, 124 days, not bad. Again, this is a meme coin. I don't trade meme coins very often. So, all right. Well, let's look at Uni. Which I traded earlier in the week, last week. It's at resistance. The 8-hour chart. 18%, 52 days. Don't like that. As far as a new trade going. But, you know, the resistance is here around $5 to $6. So hopefully it'll return there for Robin in the near future. GRT was another one. Okay, well, we've got a buy signal on the SuperTrend. Trendilo is pointing up. So, and it's not at resistance yet. 5% in 4 days, not great, but more of a day trade. 4-hour chart, no, 8 hours. Yeah, a lot more room on the 8-hour chart. %, 56 days. But again, retrace potential to, you know, about 4 cents on this one. And pump. Let's look at pump. Okay, pump has a green. It's coming out of the green zone. Has a buy signal from SuperTrend. Trendilo just changed. So this is all positive. 33% in 45 days, not bad. Maybe a little higher, deeper into the red zone, 53%. So that looks pretty good. Has retrace potential to 0.3 cents. All right, well, that's pump. Those are the 3 that Robin asked about. Any others before I sign off? All right. Well, thanks for joining me today. Appreciate it. If you're watching on the recording, please check out the opportunities in the pinned comment, especially from Carbon and Blowfin. We can both benefit from you participating in those, and I've done well with both, so I feel confident in recommending them to my listening audience. And have a good week trading this week. We will see you Thursday night/Friday morning. Bye.